I was having a thought, was thinking long and hard. You should watch this video from the beginning to the end. This is the thought process that I was thinking about. Changing your community. Stick with me, this will get a little deep. I feel that if you're with a community that doesn't support you, doesn't bring you money, you should change your community. And you should move to a community that's more in line with what you want out of life. When I go to the apparel mart and I'm around all these other business owners, I've been going there 25 years. I have never had anyone be rude to me. I've never had anyone be mean to me. The business owner community is different. It's very, very different. And I think it's time that you guys join me in the business owner community. Now, there's a lot of talk out there that you need all of this money, you need to do this, you need to do this. Most of this talk is rooted in fear. It's rooted in fear by people who've never started a business, never formed an LLC, never had a payroll, never hired employees. But they're full of so-called facts, right? And they're like, well, you need this, you need this. Or my favorite community to hate on. All right, for the people who cannot afford the courses, we have a lot of books to help you get in the money flow. We have books on YouTube, we have books on lawsuits, we have books on investings, we have books on making money, we have books, all kinds of books. We have books about the secrets of a lasting marriage, we have books about how to build wealth, we have books about sales, we have books about money management. We have a lot of books for you, and you can get them each and every day over there at the portal. Links are below. The business credit community. For a minute, I got into that because it was trendy, but I really thought about it. I was like, have you ever started a business using business credit? The answer is no. I've always used cash. I've always used cash. I always had cash. Going back to my origination story of getting a job at Rent-A-Crate and going through that process, when I sold that office furniture for that company and made that $250,000, that became my capital base. So I've never had to use business credit. I never had, the way that they put these videos out is like, you gotta use business credit. Literally, I've been able to create Conundrum Publishing, $1 million business. Mac Daddy Media, $1 million business. The new company, Mac Daddy Media House, will be $1 million business. I've been able to create $1 million businesses with less than $3,000 invested in that business. So this whole talk that you need all of this money, now for some businesses you do need a lot of money. If you want to own a McDonald's, you're going to need a few million. You want to own a Chick-fil-A, you're going to need some money. But if you're like trying to start a business, maybe a landscaping business, maybe a home cleaning business or something like that, these are businesses you could start for less than $1,000. And if you know what you're doing, and that's the key point, if you know what you're doing, you can turn that into $1 million business with very low startup costs, with very little money out of your pocket. So why are people not joining my community? Number one, fear. Fear, fear, fear. I honestly think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that many of y'all are afraid of money. You're afraid of success. You're afraid of living in the big house. You're afraid, like I saw this one guy, like these commercials, like the cost to have a luxury car. All right, I've had a BMW X5, a Mercedes convertible 550, Porsche 911, Porsche 911S, Porsche 911 Turbo. You know, the maintenance costs have been on all those cars. BMW X5M, zero. Well, actually, X5M had a roofing problem that was $900. So out of 1, 2, 3 Porsches, a Mercedes, a BMW, I had $900 in expenditure outside of oil changes. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When you get to the position to have multiple cars, you're just not gonna have the average problems that someone who has one car who's literally like, all right, my office is literally 5 minutes that way. Why is it 5 minutes that way? Because I decided to move closer to my office. I live a life of intent and design. So I'm not driving all over the place, except to the airport to drop off jewelry deliveries for whatnot. But literally, when you get to this position where you can pay cash for a car and have multiple cars and have the life you want, you're just not like, okay, let's say you have a problem with one of your cars. Take it to the dealer, take it to the mechanic, drive your other car. I mean, I'm not like, this is literally the first time I've had just one car since 2016. And guess what's going to happen this year? I'm probably going to get me another car. I may get 2 more cars. That's just the way I roll. But once again, let's talk about the community. The community. If you join the business owner community, and let's talk about the first thing you need to do. You need to pick out a business that is suitable for you. One of the things you will see online is that you'll get recommended this surefire amazing business. I can tell you from personal experience, car rental business was a complete disaster. I spent $500,000 on 32 cars, and it was a nightmare. And that was a business that was raging, and people still talk, I make all this money with a car rental business. Literally, I made more money in 1 month with my online course business than I did in the entire 6 months I had the car business, because the car business was generating revenue, but it wasn't generating profit. I was doing like $150,000, $160,000 a month, but my expenses were like $170,000, $180,000 a month. So when I was losing cars left and right, I had someone actually rent a Porsche and sell it 2 days later. So I know that's just crazy, right? But when I was, because I went through this period where I didn't really know what I was going to do with myself. And then I returned to my roots. Literally, this year I've written 6 books. And it's fun. And I've gotten into the online course business again, and it's fun. And I hired a personal assistant. It's fun. So I'm going back to what I know how to do, which will make this business very successful. Everything is under Mac Daddy Media House, and it's going to become another $1 million business. Why do I say that? I've done it once, I've done it twice. I've done it 2 times before. So it's a lot easier when you have a track record of doing that. But let's talk about you. And let's talk about this fear. This fear, I want you to think, if you're 35 years old right now, and you allow this fear to encapsulate you and to keep you where you are, you're going to be 65 years old, and you're going to be wondering what would have happened if you had tried. That's going to haunt you. You're 75 years old, and it's like, what if I tried to start a business? It will haunt you, because in the age of AI, like, there's so many people who are afraid of AI. AI is my electronic BFF, my buddy, my dude. I have no problems with AI, because AI is going to make me more money than I've ever made in my life. My best year was 3 million. Using AI-driven protocols, this year, I'm going to see a $3 million month in profit. This year, I would suspect that's going to happen September, October, or November, where I'll make in 1 month what I made in 1 year. That's what happens when you join my community. Now, here's the thing. rules of joining the community. And some stuff I've learned. Number one, don't tell no one you've joined a new community, because once you join the community, you become very different. You become someone that's forward moving, upwardly mobile. You're doing things differently. And the greater masses, like I'll tell you, I have a Facebook page that have a lot of people I graduated high school with. I don't even spend any time on that page. I don't even talk to that page. Like me posted a picture of my new Porsche. Most of my classmates would think he's showing off, he's bragging. I'm just living my life. But I already have enough intellectual intelligence or emotional intelligence to know that's not the place to post that. And I have another Facebook page where I post that stuff. But my friend group there is very, very different. It's really, really different. But if you join the community and become a business owner and join the struggle, because there are struggles. Like once you become successful, there will be struggles. Notice I said become successful, there will be struggles. Number one, normal people will not know how to deal with you. I made a mistake. I was hanging with my cousin. She used to work for DEA. And I had mentioned my watch was like worth $50,000. And she looked at me like I was crazy. And she was like, who would wear a watch worth $50,000? It's like, I am. So you got to be quiet around family, because they're not going to understand. Or you'll become the family bank. Everyone will be asking you for money. So one of the things that we're getting ready to do in the Royal Prince program, and I'm like really, really thinking about pricing the Kingdom program to $50,000. I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. So what's happening is with the Royal Prince program, it's $1,500 right now. And I've kind of debated what I'm gonna do with it. And I'm going to raise the price and just push the payment plan. That's what I'm gonna do for March. So if you wanna get in for $1,500, you need to get in now. I'm going to raise the price and push the payment plan, and there'll be a few different type of options. So for people who want to join the community, who want to become different, who want to become monetary, this is your time to join the community. If you continue to stay where you are, messing with people that you're doing, I'm going to tell you, you live long enough, you're going to get old. And you're going to be old, and you're going to be dealing with a community that you don't want to deal with. And also, let me just say something for the fellas. I have not dated a woman that I did not want to date in years. Fellas, you join the community, you become monetized, you live that life, your dating options dramatically change. Give you an example. Years ago, and this story still freaks me out a little bit. Years ago, I was dating this girl. Okay. Remember when Rick Ross first came out? He was much fatter than he is now. And he would come on stage with his titties hanging out in his belly. And the girl I was dating thought he was sexy. True story. And I looked at her, I was like, I just like him. I'm just sitting there like, Rick Ross is not dating ugly women. He's not dating fat women. He's dating. I saw the effect of being Rick Ross, because I was sitting there like, she thought he was attractive on stage with his belly and his titties hanging, but he was Rick Ross. He was rich. He had a different lifestyle. I'm trying to tell you, you guys like, well, I don't look. Dudes, once you become a corporate citizen, once you become manager, it don't matter what you fucking look like. It don't matter. I just told you, this chick who was super fine thought Rick Ross, who was fat as hell, coming out with his titties and shit hanging out, she thought he was sexy because he was Rick Ross. See, once you join the community, you become a different person. You become different. I'm just trying to tell you, money changes everything. It changes everything. So right now, if you're in that situation where you need to change, you need to change your communities. So let me know your thoughts and opinions below.